Hello, hello. If you've never seen me before, I'm Coin Ring Maker from coinringmaker.com. I make coins into rings, a bunch of different types of coins, quarters, half dollars, dollars. Today we're going to be working on this 1 ounce fine silver round. If you'd like to check out some of my other work, I do encourage you to visit coinringmaker.com. You can use the coupon code WELCOME to save 10%. And I'm going to get started here in just a second. I'm going to wait for a couple more people to hop in on the live. But while we wait, let's take a closer look at our coin today. I haven't worked on this one before. This is a 1 ounce fine silver kind of poker chip round. And it's kind of cool because it's got dice on it too. And they're on both sides. Got a real big 1 on the other side there. And then hearts, diamonds, spades, and clubs. And usually for 1 ounce rounds, I use a 5/8 inch punch. But because of the design on this particular round, I want the punch out to have all of the diamonds and the spades and the hearts on there. So I'm going to be using a larger punch than I usually use. This is a 11/16 punch, and we did just a little bit of checking by laying that punch over that design and making sure that we're going to get all the nice designs there in the middle. So looks like we've got a decent amount of people in here. If y'all wouldn't mind just tapping the screen a bit, see if we can get to 100 likes, and then we're going to punch a hole in this real nice fine silver round and make a ring out of it. But I am going to ask for 100 likes. I think y'all can get there pretty quickly. Getting my fingerprints all over this thing. I mean, it was super clean when I just pulled it out of the package. This should make a really, really cool ring, I think. All right, we hit about 186 is what I'm seeing, 200. All right, let's get started. So the first step to make this into a ring is to punch a hole right in the middle of it. So we're going to get that set up here. Put our guide in the bottom. I like to lay down a little bit of like blue paper towel on each side of the coin so there's not like metal on metal contact when we punch this through. Helps save the details just a little bit. If anybody has any questions while I work on this, feel free to put them in the chat. And while you watch me work, you can also check out my shop. I'll go ahead and pin it right here, so you can see like what my finished work looks like, all the different kinds of coins I work on. It's pretty cool. I think with this punch, I actually have to screw the punch in. So let's zoom out a little bit here. We're in a little close. Yeah, this punch is so big, we have to put it in there and then tighten it down. There we go. Pull y'all up just a little bit more so I don't hit my phone with my hammer. There we go. Let's see how we did. Pretty cool. Can you make an earring out of coins for my mother? I don't do earrings. Mostly just work on coins and make them into rings. I do make coins into little cowboy hats, which are kind of cool. And you can get those as just cowboy hats or like keychains or necklaces. I don't really do earrings because I don't wear earrings, so I don't have a lot of connection there. I don't know what's good or not, so I don't really do earrings. But the cowboy hat coin keychains are pretty cool. All right, so here is our coin so far. And it looks like from my eyes, it is slightly off center. It seems a little wider here than here. But I don't think that'll be too big of a deal. Yeah, let me grab some real quick. Yeah, so here's a cowboy hat penny. I also do quarters and half dollars. You can see pictures of those on the website if you want to. They look a little better. This one's been sitting around a while. Yeah, they're cute. And you can get this just as the hat. You can get it as a hat with a hole in it, a keychain, or a necklace. So there's quite a few options on like what coins you can get and like what configuration it is. Yeah, they're cute. Oh, here's a quarter keychain. This one's a bicentennial quarter. They're pretty cool. But yeah, coinringmaker.com. Y'all take a screenshot of this real quick. You'll have a 10% off coupon code. Just go check it out. You don't have to do it right now, maybe later today. But yeah, I'll leave that right there. And we'll get back to what we're working on here. I need to clean up that inside edge there. You can see it's a little rough. And it's kind of sharp to the touch. We're going to smooth that out with a deburring tool. There's the blue one. There it is. Here's our deburring tool. So this is a curved blade that's able to rotate, which makes it really easy to clean up the inside of rings like this. What do I do with the middle piece? There's a couple options when you order. You can get just the ring. You can get the ring and the center punch. You can get the ring and a center punch keychain, or a center punch necklace, or like a pin, which looks like this. So all the coins are going to have different designs on the center punch, but this is just like a pin you can put on your hat or your tie or your shirt, whatever you want to pop it on. So there's a couple options on the website for what you can do with the center punch. I think this one's really cool. want to make sure that's nice and smooth before we start trying to shape it. I'm going to hit it with some really fine steel wool. So this is 4-0 steel wool. So it's strong enough to kind of buff away, but it's not really going to leave any scratches. It's a nice alternative to like sandpaper. Now it's really nice and smooth on the inside. We're going to go ahead and anneal it. Hit it with some fire. That's going to help soften it up and make it less brittle, easier to shape into a ring. Make sure we don't get too close to the phone. You can see right now the flame is blue color, right? When this round gets hot enough, that flame will turn kind of an orange. And that's when we stop heating it. That's when you don't want to go past that. You're going to leave like blisters on the surface of the coin. You'll overheat it. That's the best signal I've found. I've seen other people use like a permanent marker or even dry erase marker on the coin, and when that burns off, they'll stop. You all see that orange flame right now? That means we're all good. I'm just gonna dip it in some water, cool it off, and dry it off with a rag. Then we can start folding it. Which side do we want facing out? I think I'm going to go with this one. It's really the only difference that I can see is this side has 1 ounce fine silver written on it, whereas this one doesn't. So we'll just keep that tucked away on the inside. Other than that, they look pretty much the same. Interesting. Thanks for sharing the live, Bex. I appreciate it. I'll pop that on our doming block here. We're almost at 1,000 likes too. Thank you guys very much. Now, since we did punch a pretty big hole in this one, I usually use 5/8 or a 1/2 inch. This one's 11/16. So I am curious to see how it will fold with this 1/2 inch ball. Seems like it's going okay. But the more we stretch, the wider, yeah, it's gonna pop right through. That's what I thought. So we didn't get that much of a fold on it. It kind of looks like R2-D2-ish. The more it folds, it's supposed to look like a roulette wheel. It's funny. So we'll go straight to a folding die. And go real slow with it. Let's even get a different cone too. Let's see. Nice shallow cone. Real slow, so if it starts folding unevenly, it'll kind of warp out. So I really want it. See, it's a little deeper here than here. Y'all can see it's already uneven. So if we kept going, it would fold uneven. So you want to check that, move it back to the middle, fold a little more. smaller cone. Also going to like smaller size cones makes it easier to see if it's level. So as soon as I can, I'll switch to the next size. Folding die. I don't know why I said cone. Go ahead and center it. Sorry if this is a little slow and boring. This is the first time I've worked on this specific round, so I really want it to come out nicely. But I'm going to take my sweet time with it. I hope y'all don't mind. Really, really big hole on it. Look at that. Just compare it to our target ring size. So we're going to have to do some reducing on that. We'll fold it just a little bit more in here. I think it's pretty neat. That should be pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and anneal this again, because as you like work on it, you bend it, shape it, it does tend to work harden. And as metal hardens, it gets more brittle, so the chances of it breaking or snapping go up quite a bit. So we're going to smooth out that cut edge, because that's where most of the stress usually is right on this cut edge. So you want that to be really smooth, so you don't have like any cracks getting bigger. And I can show you guys an example of what happens if you don't do what I'm doing right now. You can end up with splits like this, which is not what you want. There's that so far. It looks pretty cool. No, this is a fine silver round. This isn't even currency, so don't worry about that. What coin is that? This is a 1 ounce fine silver round. I can grab one real quick to show you what it looked like before I started working on it. Ooh, snap. Where's another one? So if you're looking to get one, it's a 1 ounce silver round. They call it a casino chip. I got it from Max. What did I quench it in? Just water. That's what it looked like before we started. Yeah, this is the first time I've worked on one of these. It's coming along pretty nicely. I did punch it. Like the center punch is a bit larger than I usually do, because I wanted to get all of this design on it. So the band is a little thinner than most of my 1 ounce rounds. They're usually about this thick. But I don't think it's gonna, I think it's still gonna make a cool ring, but it is gonna be a little thinner than my usual 1 ouncers. Alright, so next I'm going to wrap this in some Teflon tape. It's called Blue Monster. that's going to help protect the outside details of the coin as we start making it smaller. Very nice. We'll hop back over to the 1 ton arbor press. And see if it'll fit. It's just too big for this one. Let me see if I have a bigger one than that. We got the mega. Look at the size of this die, dude. I never use this thing. But we're using it today. That'll even go all the way. Do you do 34 millimeter rounds make a decent ring? I think so, but it really depends on like the person getting it. So like, if you have a larger finger, like a thicker band is nicer. So yeah, like if this was made into like a size, I don't know, 15, 16, 17. Like the thickness of the band doesn't make that much of a difference. Usually when I do like example rings, I make them to fit me. So I think this is a bit much for like a size 9. I think $half look better. But if you're getting like a larger band size, I think they look pretty good. Like if the band is like the size of your finger across, it's a bit much, I think. But some people are into that. I prefer like a $1.25 and $1.5 for like a size 9, which is what I wear. But for larger fingers, I think they look pretty cool. Thinner band, so I'm thinking 34 millimeter would be good. I think quarters are 25 millimeter across. That's usually what I work on. Like they're the most common. So this is a finished quarter. And I think these are really good for men and women. I do mercury dimes as well, which is the thinnest band I do. Let's see what the quarters come out. I think it's close to like 9 millimeters when they're finished. Pull out the calipers here. Oh no, I'm way off. Okay, so a finished quarter is about 5.7. And then like a $half, they come out at closer to 9, like 8.64. And then like the 1 ounce rounds usually come out to about 13.5. So depending on the size of the coin, the band is going to come out thicker. the bigger the coin is, typically. Alright, so that should fit in a smaller die now, which is good. Yeah, thanks for asking. If anyone else has any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. Just going through the motions here. Thank y'all for stopping by and watching me work. I always appreciate having an audience, so thank you. Yeah, all the way to the bottom there. That's good. And you can see the shape of it's getting more defined as we shrink it down in this die, but that's still not quite the size I want, so I'm gonna throw a little more tape on it and reduce it some more. Yeah, personally, I really like $50 and like half-ounce silver rounds for like a size 9, size 10. But quarters are really good for most people, women and men. Unless you need something over like a size 12. And then I'm like, dude, get a $50. Get a Morgan. Go up a bit. Got it to the bottom of that one. And I'm going to go ahead and take it out of this tape and anneal it again. So we have shaped it quite a bit from the last time we annealed it. This tape's really good, but it's also really hard to remove. Oh. Cool. That's pretty neat. Trying to figure out which designs would be cool to release for this specific purpose. You can do a lot of stuff. I really like rounds that are symmetrical. Like this is a good example of a really nice symmetrical round. But yeah, you wanna push most of the cool detail to like the outer, like maybe half of the coin, because the center of it's gonna get knocked out of there anyways. So if you're gonna put like text on it, it's really good to include it like kind of curving on the outside of the coin. So this is a really good one because the center, you're not gonna mess up any of that text. Text is all curved on the outside. That's what we like to see. But even if it's not like text, but like a design, like if you could do like a Celtic knot like this, but design it in a way as like as the ring gets curved out, it doesn't kind of warp. Because something else that happens is if the text is like straight on the coin, like this 2023 is straight on this round, as you fold it, it adds kind of a curve to it if it's not curved on the outside of the round. Does that make sense? So like this text, Year of the Rabbit, is curved on the round. So it comes out nice and straight on the ring. But the 2023 is actually straight up and down on the coin. So it curves as you make it into a ring. So that is something I would like take into account if you're going to design coins to be made into rings. If that makes sense. All right. I got to anneal. No, it's not illegal to make coins into rings. If you'd like to learn more about it, I do have about a 3-minute read blog post on my website, coinringmaker.com. But basically, it's very similar to like penny smashing machines. You might find it like Six Flags or SeaWorld. Museums, national parks. As long as you don't like fraudulently alter currency, you're not really going to get in any trouble. So if you do it for like art purposes or making jewelry out of it or smash pennies, they don't really mind too much. It's more like counterfeiting and like fraudulently altering currency that they worry about, if that makes sense. I am looking at this ring, and usually on the outer edge of a coin you get, there's like a lip, like a bit of raised metal, and that's going to be on each side of the coin, and usually I have to remove that on the inside of the ring because it's uncomfortable. So you can see here where I've kind of cut that inside lip away, and I'm looking at this one, and dude, that is going to be, I think, really difficult to remove. So I wonder if it's going to be comfortable to just leave it on this one. It's not really super raised, so I think I might be able to just leave that there. But we'll see once it's a bit more of a ring shaped. That'll fit in, that looks good. And we're just going to make it a bit smaller. All the way to the bottom. Very nice. Pop it in the next one. This is a smaller die than the one I was just using. I don't think we quite got to the bottom there. And if you guys are so inclined, and if you'd like to, I'll go ahead and pin my shop here. You can go check out some of the stuff I make while I finish working on this ring here. It's really cool how the design's coming through on the tape. So it's got a bit of a cone shape still. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip this over and reduce this wider side. Match it up. Sometimes these get stuck in here a little bit. I've seen some people use like these pushers to push them out. I think using a cone works a little better. Comes out nice and easy. Let's take a look at it. Damn. That's badass. A little small for me, but I can size it up real quick here. So how do I size them? I can make them smaller using those dies you just saw before. And to make it bigger, we're going to use this ring stretcher right here. We don't have to stretch it too much. It's pretty close to my size. Almost. Oh yeah. Perfect. That's really cool. Let's polish it up a little bit. Can I make a size 18? I think so. I think the max for 1 ounce silver rounds is 18. Yeah. So it would have to be a 1 ounce silver round. I do have quite a few of those to pick from. If you're talking about this one specifically, yes, I can do this one size 18. Yeah, you can check out my shop right here. Right there. You can also take a screenshot of this. That'll give you a 10% off coupon and my website, and you can find all the cool stuff. So usually the 1 ounce rounds are a bit wider than this one. I punched a bigger hole, so this is usually how wide the 1 ounce rounds are. Let's see. I just had my calipers and I lost them. There they are. So the 1 ounce rounds are usually about 13.5 millimeters thick. So I think that's pretty wide for a ring. And if you specifically wanted it tapered, I could do that as well. Kind of like a more of a cone shape. Want wide, can it be tapered? Like a hammered look. I really try to keep as much of the original coin detail on the ring itself. I don't really have any like jewelry hammers to bang on it. The 1 ounce silver rounds are 300. I have half ounce silver rounds for 150, quarter ounce silver rounds for 100. And that's the same for like 90% silver coins. Quarters are 100, half dollars are 150, Morgan dollars and piece dollars are 200. I also have copper clad, which is a bit cheaper, but it's not a great metal to make jewelry out of because it can turn your fingers green. So I do recommend getting something like 90% silver or fine silver. I usually get my coins either directly from like larger mints, like Golden State Mint or the US Mint, or off of eBay if I'm looking for something very specific. In bulk, not a crazy amount. I'll usually get like 3 to 7 of a specific design. Like this one is new. I haven't worked on this one before. I got 3 of these, and if I sell those next time, I'll probably get like 7. I really just kind of test out to see if there's interest in it before I go too crazy. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I really like it. What polish am I using? Usually, like for copper clad or 90% silver, I use this. This is Mother's Mag and aluminum polish. I don't really have to use it on fine silver because it just stays clean. You don't get a lot of fire scale on it or anything. So for these, I'm just using these connoisseur wipes. Alright guys, I gotta hop off of here. Thanks for watching me work. I hope you all have a great day. This came out really cool. We'll catch you next time. If you haven't yet, hit the follow button. Peace.